Rest of the weekend over in Serie A as we have another match day just around the corner upon the conclusion of the midweek games. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to go home with nothing? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, Papa's Gaming on a prediction video today. We look forward to match day number something over in Serie A, and we'll get to it in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and hit your eye little things, Barbarossa related, Championship related, Italian football related, world football related. We're going to all hear, boys. Under one roof. I believe it's match number 21 over in Serie A, and we'll talk about it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VR Bloody Peas. They are the Patreons, boys and girls. A big shout out to Dieter Maximilian Schmidt-Gonzalez for becoming the latest member of the Patreon gang. He went down there, hit the button down there, went, of course, over to Patreon, and, of course, plucked his belief behind the channel. So I do appreciate that. And, of course, the rest of the boys over there on Patreon. So here we go. Of course, the games did take place on Thursday, which was just yesterday. Of course, we're going to bring you bang up to date with some... it was actually a bit of a hit and miss week because a few games got cancelled. So here we go. Take a look at it. So Fiorentina against Udinese was suspended, postponed, whatever you want to call it. Did not take place. Whoa, that was nasty. I went with a 2-1 win for Fiorentina, but of course we'll have to wait and see. Milan, of course, up against Mourinho's Roma, 3-1 win in the end for Milan. I went with 4 goals myself, but unfortunately not good enough. Atalanta, also Torino, to suspended. Bologna against Internazionale, also suspended, which of course gave the chance for AC Milan to close in on a little bit. And of course, their rivals, city rivals, of course. Juventus against Napoli, though, that did go ahead, ended up all square, 1-1 in the end. Lazio picking up a 3-3 draw against Empoli. I went a 3-2 won that one, not too sharp. I think I did pretty shitty on this one, so we're not going to elaborate on it too much. Sampdoria lost against Cagliari, 2-1 there. Sassuolo picked up a draw against Genoa. Spezia did lose to Verona. Of course, Salernitana against Venezia was suspended. So don't look at it too hard because I think I got 0. Anyway, kicking off forward, just the Milan, the biggest movers there, just 1 point now adrift of Internazionale. It could boil down to, of course, the Milan derby whenever they lock horns again later on in the season. As for the rest of the gang, to be honest with you, I don't really know. I think Mourinho's Roma, just looking at Maitland-Niles coming in, they're now 6 points adrift of 4th spot. Got a lot of work to do to get themselves in that reckoning for Champions League. As for down the bottom, Shevchenko, he could be out on his ear, buddies, over in Genoa. Do you know what I mean? Salernitana also in trouble, and of course Cagliari could also go down. Let's take a look at, of course, the prediction league then, shall we? Now, this is for this week and this week alone. Check it all out. Yusuf Abdelrahman is the winner for this past week. He got 6. Well done, legit as well. Checked it all out. I think that could be 6 out of 10. Regardless, how many games actually got postponed on that one? Let me just do a little bit of digging. I don't know, making sure, because that's basically 100%. I think. Let me just check a look. 2, 4, 6. It is 100%. So that's pretty impressive stuff there. Shepard, though, got 3. Of course, well done to him. Of course, Patreon. And, of course, big shout out to Bianca Molan. But, of course, Russell Frost and Jim One also supporting the gang. As, of course, the weekly league. What about the current second half of the season league? Well, this is it. That big week for a matey boy there. Yusuf Abdelrahman pushes him up to 8th. But Costas K and Nadagam, who didn't score this week. Maybe he forgot that was the mid-week matches. Of course, he could have opened up a bit of a flex there. But no, he of course is caught by Costas K. Bianca Mills up there in 3rd, alongside Jimmy Wharton, and of course Shepard in amongst it. Carl, Mucky, and of course Kevin as well make up the top 3 brothers. Of course, that's the half of the season. Now, if you are a patron, you will gain access to the full leagues. Just give me the weekend, and of course they'll be up there for you guys. So make sure if you want to get access to the data, I want to be in the gang, of course, with the likes of Jimmy Wharton there, Bianca Mills, of course Shepard, of course, and Russell Frost and co. Get amongst it on Patreon. It's for as little as much as you like. Check it all out. So here we go then. Of course, this is the next round of matches. Get involved. Cut Pro Serie A. Still plenty of time for you to make a statement, especially in the second half of the season. Also, don't forget, we've got the predictor of the month competition rolling for the month of Jan. So here we go then. Of course, looking forward to the games. All taking place on Sunday. A bit of day of rest here on Friday. And of course, Saturday as well. So Roma, they're going to be taking on Juventus. And a bit of a zinger this one, of course. I guess it's early early kickoff over in Italy. Anyway, played 63 times in 1993, 50 wins for Roma, 31 wins for Juventus, and 17 draws. Roma coming to us just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 58% form up against the Juventus side, who haven't lost in the last 7 games, picking up 4 wins in the last 6. Anyway, 83% form. Last time out over in Roma was a 2-2 draw back in September 2020. Roma just got 1 win and the last 6 against them. Meanwhile, of course, coming at you, Roma did lose to Milan last time. Juventus pick up a draw as well. Look at the odds on this one. Roma coming at you, 23-10 for the Richie, 23-20 is Juventus. They are your favourites on this one, but I cannot back against my Mourinho. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Rome on this one to take the W, and of course, hopefully give themselves life, because you're going to be picking these off. You're going to be picking off Juventus if you're going to get into the top 4, and hopefully they can do just that. Cagliari, they're going to take it on Bologna, of course, also this coming Sunday. These two sides played 32 times in 1996, 10 wins for Cagliari, 30 wins for Bologna, and 9 draws. 2 wins of the last 4 for Cagliari, 42% form for them. And we get the Bologna side winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them as well. Last time out over in Cagliari, though, was a 1-0 win for Cagliari. That's back in March 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Bologna beat Cagliari way back in 2013. It's been 8 years, folks, since, of course, that happened. Of course, Cagliari coming into on the back of a 2-1 win over Sampdoria. Of course, Bologna picking up a 3-0 win over Sassuolo on this one. Look at the odds on this one. 90-10, the host having an 80-0 away win. 5-2 It was quite tight to call this one, but I'm going with a 2-0 win for Cagliari to take it. Of course, give themselves a bit of a boost. Of course, down the foot of the table. Genoa taking on Spezia, of course, over in Genoa. Shevchenko still hanging on by the skin of his teeth over the Luigi Ferraris. Played to the 9 times 2005. 5 wins for Genoa, 3 for Spezia, and 1 draw. Just 1 win in 6, though, for Genoa. Just 1 defeat the past 4, though. 33% form up against the Spezia side. Also, just 1 win in 6 for them. 33% form as well. Last round out in Genoa was a 2-0 win for Genoa. Genoa, though, unbeaten against Spezia the last 3, picking up 2 wins and a draw. Genoa picking up a draw last round against Sassuolo. Decent point on the road. Meanwhile, Spezia did lose to Hellas Verona. Look at the odds here. 65 is your hosts. That's Genoa, 23-10 is your draw, and 25 is your away win. That's Spezia. Going to go with a 1-0 win. Genoa taking all the 3 points and, of course, giving Shevchenko a lifeline. Moving forward, we have Empoli taking on Sassuolo. It's the early kickoff on Sunday. Play each other. Oh, shit, the bed. Where is it? Of course, here they come. So Empoli taking on Sassuolo, the early kickoff. 21 times they played since 2008. 7 wins for Empoli, 11 wins for Sassuolo, and 3 draws. Just 1 defeat there in the past 6 for Empoli. 60% form up against the Sassuolo side. Just 1 win in 6 for them. 50% form for them. Not draws knocking around for both these two sides. Last time played over in Empoli was a 3-0 win for Empoli way back in February 2019. Of course, Empoli did draw with Lazio. Big point on the road there. 3-3 in the end. Sassuolo also drew with Genoa. Look at the odds here. 64 is your host on this one. 40-5 is your draw. 31-20 is your away win. I think I've actually backed Empoli to win this one. 2-1 win. Take the 3 points and, of course, move the chains. Torino up against Fiorentina, of course. Also, this coming Sunday, played to the corner of my eyes 38 times since 1995. 7 wins for Torino, 18 wins for Fiorentina, and 13 draws. Just 1 win and 3, though, for Torino. 50% form for them right now up against the Fiorentina side. Unbeaten in the last 6 games. Of course, but back-to-back draws heading into 83% form. Last time over in Torino was a 1-1 draw back in January 2021, around about this time last season. Of course, the away side, again, hasn't won this game since Fiorentina beat Torino in Torino back in 2019. He was in the Coppa Italia. Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, Torino did lose to Internazionale last time. Fiorentina picked up a draw against Hellas Verona. Look at the odds here. 8-5 are your hosts, 8-5 is your visitors, and 5-2 is your even Stevens across the board there. What have I gone with? I've gone with the draw myself. 1-1 right down the middle on that one. Venezia will be hosting AC Milan. That's right. Of course, over in Venezia. Now, these two sides have played each other. Corner in my eyes around about 7 times since 1998. Just 1 for Venezia, 5 was for AC Milan, and 1 draw. Of course, just 1 win and 6 for Venezia, 33% form. Up against the AC Milan side, just 1 defeat the past 4 games, 58% form, back-to-back wins as well. Coming into this one, last time played in Venezia was a 4-1 win for Milan. That was way back in 2002. It's been a while, guys. It's been 20 years, give or take. Of course, Milan picked up a 3-1 win over Roma. Meanwhile, Venezia did lose to Lazio. The odds here go 5-1 for the host, 7-4 on is your AC Milan, 3-1 is your draw. Only 1 winner in this one for me. Going to go with a win for AC. 2-0 win on the road. Hellas Verona kicking on forward up against Salernitana. Hopefully this game will go ahead. Now these two sides have locked horns. Scored my 17 times in 1997. 7 wins to Hellas Verona, 5 wins to Salernitana, and we've got 5 draws. Just 1 win and 6 though for 1 win and 5 for Verona, 42% form up against the Salernitana side, who haven't won the last 9 games. They've actually got 5 defeats on the spin, 8% form. Last time around over in Verona was a 1-0 win for Verona way back in February 2019. When are we looking at? So the last victory for Salernitana, in fact, the last victory for the away side on this one. Hellas Verona picked up a 2-1 win over Salernitana way back in 2005. So that's, of course, when these guys were reversed. Of course, coming into Salernitana did lose to Internazionale 5-0. That was, of course, way back in the middle of December. They've had postponements, of course, cancellations, all that kind of stuff, and Christmas. Meanwhile, Spezia did lose to Verona last time around. So look at the odds on this one. Verona 11-4 on for the victory, 7-1 is your long shots at Salernitana, and 4-1 is your draw. Going to go with a win for the home team here, 2-1 win to take the house. The game of the week, well, it's actually a couple of games of the weeks. Now, Internazionale taking on Lazio, of course, over in Milan. Now, these two sides have played each other according to my 64 times to 93, 21 wins for Internazionale, 22 wins for Lazio, and 21 draws. It's quite tight across the form books over the Giuseppe Meazza. Of course, Internazionale winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form up against the Lazio side, just 1 defeat of the past 6 as well, 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time over in the Giuseppe Meazza was a 3-1 win for Internazionale. They did play each other earlier in the season. It was a 3-1 win over in Rome. Meanwhile, last time the away side, Lazio picked up a win in Milan. It was a 1-0 win way back in 2019. Lazio beat drawing with Empoli last night. Internazionale squeaking by Torino way back on the 22nd of December. Look at the odds on this one. We have 5-2 on as your host, 6-1 as your waving. That's Lazio, and 4-1 is your draw. Internazionale should win this one, you'd think. 2-0 win to maintain their top of the league status. Napoli will take on my boys Sampdoria. That's right. Of course, Napoli trying to bounce back. Played each other 43 times in 93, 26 wins to Napoli, 8 wins to Sampdoria, and 9 draws. Just 1 minute for though for Napoli at the moment. 42% form up against the Sampdoria side. Just 1 defeat of the past 5 games. 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over in Napoli was a 2-1 win for Napoli. That was back in December 2020. Napoli have actually won 6 on the bounce, if not more than that. Meanwhile, Napoli did draw with Juventus last time around. Sampdoria picked up a loss against Cagliari. The odds on this one, we have 5-2 on your Napoli, 30-2 is your away win, and 4-1 is your draw on this. Going to back the Napoli on this one. Unfortunately, Sampdoria will take the L and, of course, roll over again. Meanwhile, Udinese will take Atalanta. Let's get into this badger then, shall we? Now, these two sides, of course, will wrap up this weekend's action. However, word in my ear says that this game has been postponed. So I've got no data on this one, no nothing. But if it was to go ahead, I'm going to give you my prediction of course, Atalanta winning this one, 2-0 win, of course. But we don't know. I believe it's not going to go ahead, and I do suspect other games to be cancelled as well, as, of course, COVID picks up around the world. Yes, again. That is, of course, my predictions. Be sure to get involved as well. And, of course, if you are, or you think yourself are, a Italian football expert, and you want to dip your toe into, of course, football creation, content creation, get in touch with me. Whether it is down in the comment section, I can start the ball rolling, or head over to Twitter, follow me on that, DM me there, say, hey, I'm an Italian expert and I'd love to get involved with content creation on the channel. Of course, it's a chance for you to make a little bit of money. We could talk about that again. This place doesn't make much money, but it's a chance for us to become the new Avengers, the football Avengers of 2022 and beyond. So get involved. Let me know. Of course, if you don't think you're confident, but and you're a little bit, a bit shy behind the camera, don't worry about it. We can ease you in there, ease you in. Anyway, just let me know. Of course, make sure you smash your thumbs up, or smash your subscribe. Check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon as well. Big shout out to Dita Maximilian and Schmidt Gonzalez for becoming the latest member of the gang. Also, check out the Discord. It's wide open. Until then, dudes, we're done.